Hello friends, it's Tanya with Sweet Tea's Stampin' Spot, and I'm back for another Let's Create on this Thursday afternoon. It is Thursday, June 13th, so my kids' last day of school today. Actually, they came home early today. It was early release day for the last day, and so they're home now, so it's summertime officially for them. So I'm excited to share a card today with you and do some creating with you, so hopefully you enjoy today's project. I wanted to just mention that I will be coming live. My plan is every Thursday somewhere between 12:30 and 2:30. That's my goal. I'm hoping to be closer to the 1 o'clock time, and that's Eastern time, as I'm in the Chesapeake area of Virginia, all the way on the East Coast out near Virginia Beach. So I hope to come to you a little bit sooner than I am today, but with my kids being early release today, I had to kind of shift things around, and I wanted to make sure everybody got home so I didn't have to go do any pickups this last day of school. But I'm excited for them to be done for the summer and moving on to the next grade for each of them. Yay for that. But today I wanted to share, like I said, a fun card, a really pretty little card that I did shortly after the catalog launched. So our catalog, of course, started back in May, and so we are about a month and a half into it, and our annual catalog goes for a year. So I've been enjoying these suites, so today I'm featuring one of the suites. There's 9 suites in the annual catalog. So I will show you that in just a moment when I flip us down. But if you're watching, I am gonna also pull up on my computer to see if I can see comments, because sometimes my phone does not keep up. And I'm getting a notification that I have a slow connection, and that could be because my kids are home and now on their devices. So let me see if it's gonna help to switch to data, saying on the Wi-Fi. So I'm just gonna give it a second. Yep, we did have a little blip there, so hopefully you stuck around, and I know it paused while I was flipping around to get off the Wi-Fi. All right, I have to remember to do that now when everybody's home on all their electronic devices. It sucks up the Wi-Fi signal. So, and using my phone here in the studio, I am a little further away from the router, so I do feel that sometimes. All right, so let me get my Facebook up on my computer in front of me. That way I can see comments. Oh, hi, Melinda. Thank you for joining me again. Hopefully you're having a good day. It's already Thursday, right? Can't believe it. The end of the week is tomorrow. So, all right, I'm going to flip us down. So again, bear with me during this transition. I am trying a little bit of a different method this time, so hopefully it's a little smoother and you don't see as much. And I did test my camera again in the holder, so I'm hoping that when I switch it around, it is still in a good spot. So give me just a second. Sometimes I have to find the buttons, but I am switching around, and let's see if you can see there we go. So you can see my catalog. There we go. We'll zoom out a little bit and zoom back in a little bit. Okay, so here we are, and like I mentioned, our annual catalog started back at the beginning of May, and it runs until the end of April 2025. So this is our main book for the year, and this is the only catalog we have out at the moment. We'll have another one coming in September. That will be the holiday or end of year catalog, seasonal catalog. That'll be a supplement to this one. But I will mention that next month, July 3rd, there will be another release of online exclusives. So I have gotten a look at some of those, gotten a chance to pre-order some of those. So look for those coming up in some future demonstrations and classes and such. In fact, Michelle and we are planning our popular Christmas in July class, which will be here in Virginia Beach at one of the churches we use on July 27th, and that will be a mid-morning to early afternoon event. and that's going to be all Christmas projects, and we just released the details for that yesterday. So check out that event here on the Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot page. You can also go to my website, tanyareid.stampinup.net, and find my events calendar there, and you'll see details and a way to RSVP right there. So, all right, so annual catalog, like I mentioned, there are 9 suites. Today I'm going to be featuring one of what I call is a mega suite, and that's the Unbounded Beauty Suite. So this starts on page 52 of the catalog. This layout here on page 52 and 53 is just a layout of beautiful projects and samples, and some of the products are splashed in there. The next page layout shows you the whole suite collection. So you've got the 2 stamp sets and coordinating die sets. You've got some embellishments here, some fancy specialty paper, glimmer paper here, and then the designer series paper. So this is the suite I am featuring in today's project. So I like to call this a mega suite, and the reason I call it that, and that's just my personal little name for it, is because it has 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets. So it is a little bit more expensive to get the whole thing. Is this one number and one price up here? It's $141 US. That includes both stamp sets and die sets and a pack of each of these products here. So that's why it's so expensive, is because you are getting a stamp set and die set times 2. So like I said, the new catalog has 9 suites in it. 2 of them, this being one of them, are the double set suites. So they're a little bit more pricey. I will mention that these 2 bundles, so you can of course buy these products individually, but you can also buy the stamp sets and dies bundled together. These are included in the June bundle sale. So normally this bundle and this bundle independently would cost $54.75. That is the price listed over here on this page for the bundle, but they are currently on sale for each for $48.75. So you get a 10% savings off of the price of these bundles through June 30th. So I'm actually going to be using a little bit from this bundle and a little bit from this bundle on my project today. I'm also going to be using some of the designer series paper, and I forgot to grab the bling, but I have it right behind me, so I know where it is on the table. So I will grab that in a second. But the other thing I really love about this particular suite, it is kind of the 2024-2026, I call it the in color suite. And that is because the designer series paper has all 5 of the new in colors in it. So not only is this a mega suite, it has lots of products, but it also has all the in colors in the designer series paper. And of course the embellishments and the specialty glimmer paper also are featuring the in colors. So let me get started. So that's basically where the products are. I'll show you real quick. So the Flowers of Beauty stamp set and the coordinating die set. I have already die cut the items, but I will be using this die here on my project and this stamp here to create a background effect. And this also is a 2-step stamping set. So like this is the solid image that goes inside this outline, so you can pair those together. Same with this, and you can pair these together and these together, and then of course you've got some dies that cut out the stamped images directly, and then you've got some extra dies that cut out extra pieces. So it's kind of a fun set there. And then the Unbounded Love, this has been so popular, and I love just the variety in this stamp set. It is shown a little bit smaller here than on the packaging than in real life. It is a little bit larger in real life, but the script is really pretty, and you can combine sentiments together and place them both on the front of the card, or place part of it on the front and part of it on the inside for the sentiment. So that's a great way to pair things together with this set. And this is an all greeting set. And then the dies that coordinate with this are just full of lovely dies to pair together with the sayings or add as features on your card. So I'm going to show you a couple of these already cut out in my project and some samples that I have already. So I will show you some of those as we're going along. All right, as a reminder, I do have my, this is my website, tanyareid.stampinup.net. I mentioned that earlier. So again, you can go there and check out my calendar and my events and RSVP right from there. And then I do have a host code open for orders for the month of June. So if you are wanting to take advantage of the bundle sale, this is a host code you are welcome to use. But if you're going to be spending a lot of money, go ahead and start your own workshop or order and get your own rewards for that. So these are just ones that are grouped that are usually smaller orders, and so that's just an opportunity for you to put it there on the host code. All right, so let me start with the base. So I'm going to be starting with a piece of smoky slate, and this is just a standard card size, so 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it right down the middle at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold that card base in half, and then what I'm going to do is, going back to our Flowers of Beauty stamp set, I'm taking this stamp right here, and I'm going to use my Smoky Slate ink, which I have my old style ink pads for this one, and I'm going to stamp that flower image and just stamp it randomly on my card front to create kind of a tone-on-tone background. And I'm not so worried about right in the center because I am going to be putting my focal point kind of right there. So I'm just going to kind of hop around a little bit here. Add another little bit to this corner. All right. I've just created a tone-on-tone background there with that lovely flower and the Smoky Slate ink. Go ahead and close that pad so I don't lay something in it. All right, so that's that part. The next thing is, I mentioned the designer series paper that's part of this suite. This pack here on page 55. This is a 12 by 12 pack of paper, and it does have all of the end colors featured in it. It is double-sided, of course, and it is the Unbounded Beauty, same name as the suite, designer series paper. It's $12.50 for the pack, but it includes all of the end colors plus a few other colors, like Pretty Peacock is in there, and I believe Berry Burst is another color that's in there because it would go so well. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and cut out a circle on one of those pieces, and this has some of the new peach pie color in it. And this is the flip side of that one, so it's a little more like a watercolor wash and some texture there, whereas this has the floral images. So I'm gonna opt to use this side of it, and I've cut this out with one of the Deckled Circles dies. So those dies can be found just in the online store. So I'm gonna take this and just adhere it straight down onto my card front. Just gonna use some of my green glue here. And this one, of course, you could really do any pattern. And I'm gonna show you, I did several variations of this card with different designer paper. So put that down flat. And then the coordinating die set that goes with Flowers of Beauty, I took this die here and cut out that in the Petunia Pop. So the Petunia Pop is a brand new in color for the 2024 to 2026 cycle. And I've die cut that out of the Petunia Pop cardstock. So I noticed here there's one little piece still stuck in there after I die cut it out. So I'll get rid of that. So I'm going to take this and add some glue dots to a couple spots on the back there to adhere it to my card front. All right, so I'm not going to need to cover this whole die cut piece, but I'm going to take and put a few along where there's bigger places of cardstock. And I do use my thumb or my fingernail to just kind of curl these. These are a little bit big for this particular delicate die cut image. I'm going to probably do one more, so I'll just do 3 glue dots. And you could, of course, use your green glue, or you could use some mini dimensionals. If you cut them small, you could use those, but I'm going to go with glue dots for this one. I've just done 3, and I'm going to just place that right on the, kind of to the side of this. So you can see that really pulls that color out of that piece of designer series paper now. It was there, but now it looks even more pronounced, that petunia pop color. All right, the next thing we're going to do is stamp the greeting. So I'm just going to move this to the side. And for the greeting, I have already die cut for this card, this die here, which is this piece here in basic white, and it's this die here. And some of the samples I'll show you in a few minutes have some of the other dies that I used. So I'll show you those in a moment. But this is the Unbounded Love. So this goes with the greetings. And on this one, I can kind of choose which one I'm going to use. So Peach Pie is the color that's predominant in the designer series paper. Petunia Pop is the color I used there. And then Pretty in Pink is a third color that would go pretty well with this as well. So these are all 3 new in colors. I think I am going to do, the Pretty in Pink for the stamp. So Pretty in Pink is a returning in color. It used to be a regular color in our collection years ago, and then it got retired, and they brought it back this year because it just went so well with this group. All right, so this is the happy birthday stamp, and I'm just going to ink that up and stamp it right on the label that I've already die cut. And it might be hard to see. I'm hoping you can see it, but this die does have the little detail of stitching all the way around the edge, so it's kind of got that faux piercing effect all the way around, so it has a nice little border all the way around there. So that's the happy birthday in Pretty in Pink. And the next thing we'll do is grab some dimensionals and pop this on the front of the card, probably about right there. Then we're going to add some embellishments and trim. And I will use a couple of dimensionals on the back of this. Actually, I'll go ahead and do 4. That's probably a bit excessive, but it's all right. So I'm just going to kind of put this, I want to cover up a little bit of that stem, but not too much of it. Like that. And then I need to add some ribbon. So I have I don't have all 5 of the new in color ribbons. This is Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink. This is Summer Splash. So I'm missing the Shy Shamrock, which is the brighter green. This is the new basic beige, but this ribbon is on page 112 to 113. These are some of the new ribbons, and I'm loving them. So I think I'm gonna put, since I did that there, I think I'm gonna put the Peach Pie ribbon as my ribbon color. So I'm gonna pull a little bit and cut that. This little ribbon holder, I love it. I only have one. My friend uses her 3D printer to make these, so if you'd like that information, drop a comment and I'll share that with you. She lives in Florida, but she has a little 3D printing business that she does some things for. She also made my little organizer that I use for all my stuff. Usually my glue's in there and some other things, but I have everything pulled out on my desk. But she does custom colors and things like that nowadays. But my friend Michelle that lives in Florida. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this Peach Pie ribbon and just do a little knot. I'm not going to tie a bow, just going to do like a little knot. And again, back to my glue dots. Grab one of those. And I'll use my ribbon to pick up that glue dot. We'll put that on there and then we'll trim that up. So I did kind of fray the ends when I was working with that ribbon just now. So we'll cut that at angles, make sure that doesn't fray. Now we need to finish it off with some bling. Let me grab that. So this suite comes with a bling, an embellishment, if you will, but it's a matte embellishment. So it's in colors, but they're matte. They also do offer these in color shimmer gems, which are not part of this suite, but they are an embellishment that you can find in the catalog. They're towards the back. Let me get that page. That is on page, just right next to the ribbons. It is on page 114 and 115. So the ones I'm going to be using today are number 7. These are the 2024 to 2026 in color shimmer gems. Again, they're not part of the suite, but I really like the way these sparkle more than the matte ones that come with the suite. So I switched it up a bit, but it's still all the in colors. So we'll take a few of these and pop them on the project. As you can see, I've been using quite a bit of these. And we'll use our tool to do that. So let's see, I'm gonna add maybe one peach one, maybe a little baby one as well up here, and then we'll do one of the petunia pop over here, just to kind of put that together. So that is our project today. Just a simple birthday card. And I've got a few more to show you. So I told you I did several variations of this. It's mostly just the variation of the designer paper and the different colors of ribbon and the die cut piece there and the DSP. Here's another version with peach pie here and a different designer series paper from the pack, but the same basic card. You will notice here also this is a different label. So this die here is actually a cool little die from our Unbounded Love die set. It's this die here, and when it cuts it, it actually cuts two pieces. It cuts the piece that I stamped on, and then it cuts this tiny little label that's around that. So it's kind of a two-part die. You pass it through one time, and it cuts both pieces at the same time. So that's that. Here's another variation of this one, just again using the pretty in pink here with the peach pie here. And here's another one with peach pie and petunia pop as the greeting. So again, but all 4 different designer papers, but all just really pretty little birthday cards. Wouldn't this be a sweet set to give somebody as a little gift? Bundle those up and a nice little set of cards. All right, that's that. Then let me show you some other samples made with some of these products. So let's see, I'll save the one I have on top. Show you some other things. So this card was made for a swap I did. This is the same designer series paper and the same piece here. This is the glimmer paper, so you can see how shiny that one is. This one I used a pretty in pink base, and this is the summer splash paper here, cutting out that. Yeah, the colors do magic, right? The paper is where you pull all your colors from. Now this one has some different greetings and a little butterfly, and this is a punch. This is the new Labeled with Love punch, which you can also buy that in a die. You could buy that set with a die or punch. It's an option, something new in this catalog. And then I just stamped the little butterflies along the edge there. So that's another fun card. Here's one I did featuring some more of the die cut pieces in those glimmer papers, and these are the in color 6x6 papers in the patterns. And then I did this is Summer Splash is the card base, and then this label here is another one from the set. It's this oval with some scallop edging there. And then these flowers that I cut the shimmer paper, glimmer paper out with are actually from the Flowers of Beauty die set, and it's this die right here. So you actually can cut out 8 flowers with one die. That's kind of a cool die in that set. And there's another one that has smaller flowers there. This is another one featuring the same label I stamped for our project today, and happy birthday, and then I just paired it with some pretty peacock, and then another little piece of that glimmer paper. This is a reverse side of some of that designer series paper. Put it on a white base, and like I said, that glimmer paper there, really pretty and shiny. And this die is also from this little label set as well. That's the little die right there that cuts out a little single leaf. That's kind of fun. This is another birthday card. Again, I really love this paper. I let the paper do the work and then pair all the cardstock colors and ink colors with it. So this is another happy birthday card using that oval with the scallop and the happy birthday, and then the little shimmer. And that's the Summer Splash glimmer paper. And then a petunia pop base there. So hopefully, last thing I wanted to show you, this was just a little bookmark I made for one of my things I did, one of my events I did. We just made a little printout with the end colors and then put a little piece of cardstock of each, and then I decided to add in the little die cut flowers. Now this one is the smaller flower in the die set, so it's this row of flowers here, and they have a little hole right in the center. And I just added those as some accent pieces because that glimmer paper is in each of the 5 end colors. So just some fun things there. So again, I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I hope you can come back and create with me again next week. And if not, hopefully maybe you can come to a class. Like I said, I have a big class coming up in July in Virginia Beach, the Christmas in July. I also have next week the Happy Hands class, which is going to feature the 2 Market suite of products. I'm also offering that class to go. So if you can't come in person, there is an option to get it to go. The details are all there in the Sweet Tea Stampin' Spot Facebook page. And if you have a question or want to know more about it, let me know and I can send you more information and details in your email. All right, everybody, have a great rest of the week, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.